All right, so welcome everyone to this week Iliwan Academy. Like I said just now, we'll be talking about short-term rental and also the relationship between rental yield and also capital appreciation. So these are the 5 things that I'm going to cover today. So first, I'll give you an introduction about myself. Okay, who is Dave Chong? Who is this guy speaking to you? I believe some of you we have not officially met yet. So we can take this opportunity to understand each other. And the second one, I'm going to talk about the relationship between rental yield and also capital appreciation. And the third one, I'm going to talk about the new trend in short-term rental. Okay, how people now are putting up their units into AIRBNB and get a very good rental return for their properties. And then the next topic, I'm going to talk about some of the things that we do as an operator. Okay, in IQI, okay, we have we have another company subsidiary called Mikey Global Serembahat, and then that company will help your investors to manage their units, because not everyone want to manage their units, like go for housekeepings, okay, passing keys. Not every owners or not all investors want to do that themselves. So that's why we set up this company to help them to operate their units. And finally, we will talk about some of the opportunity right now in the market and what opportunity you can grab, okay, as an investors. All right, so first, let me introduce myself. My name is Dave Chong. I'm the Group Vice President for IQI. So sorry. Okay, so before I come back to Malaysia, I was studying in UK. So I was studying civil engineering in the UK. And after my graduation, I actually worked in UK as a civil engineer. Then in 2010, I actually came back to Malaysia, end of 2010. And then I started my own business, which later I'll show you. It's a bird nest business. After that, in 2013, I started a trading company called NNC Plastics Serembahat. People who have seen my slide before, I believe you know. This company is doing pretty well right now, and a yearly turnover about 30 million. Okay, 2014, I joined IQI as a real estate negotiator. At that time, I was just hoping, okay, to get some pocket money. But somehow, I managed to perform very well. Okay, that year, I think I closed about like 8 million conversion in sales. And then beginning of 2015, I started to build my own team, which I'll show you some of the photos as well. So when I started, we only have like a few members, like less than 5. But at the end of 2015, we have more than 100 members. And then we were converting more than 150 million sales at the end of 2015. I was promoted to head of team in 2016, and then team manager in 2017. And then in 2018, I was promoted to the group vice president of IQI. And of course, at that year, in fact, it's end of 2017, I also started Mikey Global Serembahat together with IQI. So I'm actually the sort of like Mikey Global Serembahat founder and also part of the shareholders. Okay. So this is me when I was in UK. This was in Foster Wheeler in Reading. Okay, I'm going to go through this very fast because I think most of you have seen this slide before. Okay, when I came back to Malaysia, I started bird nest trading. Okay, bird nest is kind of Chinese delicacy, and then I collected it from some of the farmers, the birds farmers, and then I clean it, I export it to Hong Kong and also in China. So this is the interior of a bird house. You see these things, okay, on the wooden plank. This is actually bird nest. Bird nest is sort of like the bird's saliva. They actually build the nest using their salivas, and it's really, really nutritious. So the women actually like it. When you eat it every day, you can see your skin become very, very radiant. Okay, so this is the birdlings. So I hire people to actually clean the nest for me. This is my team. This is Tony when he was very, very young. I think it's 2011. He's still very skinny. Now he's a lot bulkier. Okay, so I started business in China also. This is my China partner. This is in Ningbo, okay, a town south of Shanghai. So we started a retail lot inside a shopping center to sell bird nests. Okay, so when I started business, in the first year in 2011, I managed to make about 100,000 in cash, in profit, in the business profit. So I started to invest into properties. Later, I'll show you. The first property I invested in is in Mont Kiara, giving me very, very good rental yield. I bought the unit at 700,000, but the rental that I managed to achieve is 4,800. My installment was only 2,005 at the time because I can actually get a 40-year loan tenor. You know, before I think 2014, you can actually get 40-year loan tenor. So the loan installment is actually slightly lower. And it's also a flexi loan. So I'm getting very good passive income. You know, 4,008 minus 2,005, I'm getting more than 2,000 ringgit passive income on a monthly basis. So I was thinking, wow, this is pretty good. So I started to invest another one. So I managed to accumulate some of the properties, which I'll show you later. So in 2013, I started a company called NNC Plastic, which do plastic trading. For example, okay, this is like the Milo packaging. So this packaging is actually a plastic. So that material I'm supplying to the food printer. So I went to China, this is in Shaoxing, to visit the factories. So this is a PET firm. And then I import container into Malaysia and distribute it locally. Okay, this was the first time I actually sent out the goods. So I was using a different lorry. It was not supposed to send using this lorry because this is a construction lorry. But you know, first time we don't have the experience. We didn't have the experience, so we used the wrong thing. But now we are better. So this is a team right now. Okay, this is my factory, and now it's like this. Okay, in Sri Kemangan. If you come to Sri Kemangan, you can give me a call. I can bring you to see my factory. All right. So in 2014, I started my career in real estate. This was the first so-called small team meeting in my office back in 2014. And then that project we were selling is in Cyberjaya, was in Cyberjaya called the Eclipse. You know, we sold a lot of that units. And then the team started to grow, okay, bigger and bigger and bigger. And then we moved our training to the Hall of Champion in Oakland Road in KL in 2017. And then it becomes one of the biggest team in IQI right now, the elite team and also the elite one team. Okay, so this is my journey. In 2017, we founded Mikey Global. This is a team photo. So we have currently more than 30 full-time staff with us right now to manage short-term rental business. Okay, and the project that we are managing, the first one is Expression Professional Suites. We have 334 rooms in Expressions. So basically, we are managing like the entire hotel. Okay, 334 rooms. The second project that we manage is Ceylons. We have 254 rooms here. I think some of you have been to Ceylons before. It's really beautiful. The interior design is actually designed by Mikey and also IQI Concept with different teams, of course. The upcoming, which is, I feel really excited about this project, is the Scarlet Suites by Mikey Global. We have 198 rooms over in the Scarlet Suites. So this is going to be ready, I think, in the next few months. And the design, you can see, this is the Mikey design. I think it looks pretty good. Yeah. So I'm pretty look forward to staying there. Okay. And then we have Mozas. It's also under Mikey Global. And then we have the Horizon in Ipoh. And then Miller Square in Oakland Road. And then in Penang, we have 22 McAllisters, which Mikey is going to be one of the operators as well. And then in Cambodia, we have projects also. So these are the projects that we have on hand right now. Expression, Ceylon, Scarlets, Millers, Mossas, 22 McAllisters, and of course, the brand new Stallions in Ipoh. So in total, we expect to manage about 1,239 units of units for Mikey Global. Okay, and then we are moving into Cambodia as well. We recently formed a so-called Sdruem Berhad in Cambodia. So this is a certificate of incorporation together with our Cambodia partner. So Mikey is in Cambodia right now. Yay. Okay. So during Ceylon's VP, we also do a grand opening ceremony for all the owners. So this we're going to do for Scarlett's as well. So the owner actually feel privileged, okay, to become one of our members. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about some of the things that I've done before as a property investors, and I'll show you, okay, property can really, really make money. Some of you actually doubt, okay, can actually invest in property make money? Some of our clients actually ask us, some of agents also ask us, 我们是不是骗顾客的？买 property 是不是可以赚钱啊？ I tell you, if you invest in the right property at the right location at the right time, definitely you can make a lot of money. Okay. I recently just sold a few of my units. Just by simply flipping, I make about 60 or 70,000. Last week, which later I'll show you, I sold my Southlink unit. Southlink unit in Bangsa South. Okay, I bought at 400,000. The SPI price was 400,000. The developer actually gave 10% rebate. So the net price is 360,000. Then I sold 470,000 last week. So I make about, I think, 70,000 after deducting the renovation expenses. Well, I just got VP like a few months ago, and then now I make like 70,000 from this property. Oh, of course, if I hold it longer, I'll be able to make more money. But I decide to cash out, and then I'm going to buy another property, another piece of land for the investment. Okay, so this is Mont Kiara Palma, which the property I told you. During 2011, I bought this property at 700,000, giving me 4,800 ringgit rental. Pretty good deal. Okay, this one is Angkupuri, Mont Kiara Angkupuri. I rented out 5,000 ringgit. I bought 800,000. This one is Aizen. I bought 720,000 if I remember correctly. But this one also fetched very good rental. I managed to rent it out at 4,200 ringgit for this unit. I recently just sold it. Now I'm waiting for the bank to disperse the money to me. This is Mont Kiara Pines. I bought at 720,000, rented out 3,500 ringgit. Also pretty good deal. Okay. This is Summer Suites. Okay, behind Renaissance Hotel in near KLCC in the center of KL. So this one, when I got the keys, the rental was pretty good because a lot of people are doing AIRBNB over there. So this unit actually rented out 3,200 ringgit. I bought about 700,000. So this design was did by another a design company, makeover guys. Well, pretty nice. So now, of course, because of MCO, the rental actually dropped. I think this unit is rented out 2,500 right now. I have another unit in Summer Suites. This one we bought together with Wayne. Also a 2-bedroom unit. Actually, it's a 1-bedroom unit, but we do a partition in the living room. Like if I show you, previous. This one is actually a living room, but we put a partition over here, and I put a projector. So this one is also rented, I think 2008. Pretty good rental. Okay, and I also invested in Nidos. This is my unit. We did up the renovation really nicely. So it was renting 2,500. Now the market price for this unit can go up to 3,500. Okay, later I'll show you if the rental can go up to 3,500. How much is the capital appreciation? Okay, you can actually gauge your capital appreciation from the rental yield itself. So this is Muji style. I like this unit a lot. It's very comfortable. It feels really comfortable. All right, this is Novum. I used to be renting at 3,500. Then MCO comes, it dropped to 2,500. Now the rental actually went back up to 3,000. A lot of agents actually call me right now. They're offering about 3,000 ringgit for this property, which is 823 square feet in Bangsa South. Of course, the renovation is pretty important. If you do a nice renovation, your rental you can be higher, and then you can sell at a higher price also. So for all investors out there, I suggest you to spend a bit of money to do up your unit, like with ID. Then you can fetch good rental yield, and then with good rental yield, you actually can get a good price. Why my Southlink unit can be so easily, because the renovation is pretty good. This is my unit in another unit in Novum. I was trying with a different color, so I put a blue in the in the wall. Well, it works. Some of the tenants actually like it a lot. This is my KLCC Sky Suites unit. Okay. This is before renovation. This is after renovation. So I just did up my unit like a few weeks ago. Now people offer me 2007 for the rental. This property wasn't very good because the developer, I think, is not doing a very good job. You know, this partition is actually a plasterboard partition. It's not a brick wall. That's why the soundproofing is not that nice. But yet can rent about 2,800 ringgit per month. Okay, the bathroom is pretty nice also. Okay, this is South Link. This South Link I actually rented out 1,900 ringgit to a Chinese lady, and this is my team. This is a design. So design is really nice, and then that's why it can be rented out at a very good price. So beside condominiums or service apartments, I also do factory developments. So this is a factory that we develop. Right, this is actually Jackie, this is my car. So this factory, we bought the land and then built 2 semi-Ds, and then we sell it. We sell half of it and then keep the other half. So the first one that we sold, the 2 units we sold at 7.2 million. My cost was about 3.6 million. So we made about 3 million for the factories, which is a very good return on the investment. So this is a factory. And then this factory is renting about 1.1 ringgit per square feet. So this factory is 10,000 square feet. It's renting at 11,000 or 12,000. So 2 units is 24,000. So it pretty much covers all the loan installment with positive cash flow. So if you have money, okay, after you invest into service apartment and then you sell it, you get back your cash. If there's an opportunity, I would highly recommend you to invest into industrial units in Malaysia because it gives very good rental yield, and then the capital appreciation is very, very good. In fact, in the past 5 years, the price almost doubled. So from 35 ringgit per square feet for the land, it appreciated to 70 ringgit per square feet, double in 5 years. And then on top of that, if you're not selling, you're also getting a very good rental yield. So that if you build a very big property portfolio, okay, for yourself, for your investor, in the future, you're actually getting a very good deal because I'm pretty sure the rental can cover your loan installment with positive cash flow. Imagine the loan is only like 20 or 25 years. After 25 years, you clear all your loan. You own like, most likely, if you buy this factory now for 4 million, 10 years later or 20 years later, I'm pretty sure you go up to like 10 million. Okay, it'll double in price. Why? Later I'll show you. Okay, so this is the latest design that we have. This is in Semenyi. Okay, so recently we just bought another piece of land which is 8.7 million in Deng Kio. Okay, so this is part of the Sam Darby development near the airport in Deng Kio. Okay, so this is a piece of land. I actually went to the land that day to do a study. So here, actually I did a market study. The rental can actually go up to almost 2 ringgit per square feet, which is pretty good, you know, for factory rental, 2 ringgit per square feet. Meaning you build a 10,000 square feet semi-D factories, you can rent for 20,000. So if you have 2 units, you can rent for 40,000. Okay. And this piece of land, I can build like almost 50,000 square feet. So the rental, okay, can go up to 100,000 per month. Of course, the price is also expensive. I mean, slightly higher than the market rate, which is almost 8.7 million for this piece of land. Okay, recently I also did a study in Jenjarum. So this is Kuala Langat. And then I went there, I did a sketch how to build a factory. And then this factory, I can actually build up to 20,000 square feet. Okay, 20,000 square feet. Let's go back. 20,000 square feet at the current market price in that area, I saw is about 1.5. Okay, 1.5. So meaning this factory can rent 30,000. 30,000. If you do the math, the rental is actually very good. Much higher than putting more money into FD. So I'm actually considering investing into this piece of land also. Okay, so this is a factory in Sri Kembangan that we built. So I'm renting one of the factory here for NNC to put our stocks. Okay. And then on top of that, if you know how to play the game, you can actually use bank facilities to do trading. This is slightly not that related to property, but if you have property and then you can pledge to the bank, you can actually get the facilities, okay, trade line facilities. And that trade line facilities, for example, this one is 4 million. You can use this 4 million to buy goods from your supplier. For example, I buy goods from China and then I distribute it locally. And each trade, for example, 400,000, you buy 400,000 worth of stocks, and then you sell it at 10% profit margin, meaning you're making 400,000 per trade. And then you trade a few times. 1 year, maybe you can trade it like 3 times. Then you're actually making 400,000 times 3, which is 1.2 million in a year. Okay, so this is how business expand. They're actually using property, leverage on property to expand their business. There are 2 types of businessmen. One, they don't believe in property. So they make all the money, they keep in FD, and then they put it into cash. The second type of businessman, they invest into properties, and then they make use of that property to get further banking facilities or banker acceptance, and then to further expand their business. And then at the end of the day, once you are tired of your own business, or you don't want to run your business anymore, you have a lot of properties under your business. So you can sell off the business and keep the properties. So this is how some of the businessmen become super rich. I know some of my business partners, because like 20 years ago, they buy a lot of properties factories in Puchong, and then using that property to get loan to expand their business. Now they're in a very, very good position because that property itself have appreciated like 3-4 times. 1 million become 3 million, 3 million become like almost 10 million, 10 million becomes 30 millions. Now they are in a very good position because they have the freedom to choose whether they want to continue their business or not. So if they feel very tired, I don't want to continue my business, they can just sell off the business and then keep the properties, because the property can be rented out and getting a very good rental yield. So maybe you have like 10 million worth of properties, then maybe you will be getting like 50,000-60,000 rental income every year, every month. Okay, 1 year 600,000-700,000 net income, which is pretty good. Okay, you can easily say I want to retire already. Okay, so this is the power of property investment. Okay, so now going to the first topic, which is the relationship between rental yield and capital appreciation. Okay, are you all still with me? Yeah, still with me, press the number 8 in the chat box below, so I know that you guys are still here. Because I can't see your face, I don't know whether you're still here or not. All right, a lot of 8s. So let me ask you a question, sir. Why property will appreciate in price? Okay, I've been thinking about these questions for a long time, and then that day suddenly, because I sold my Southling, I understand this because it's affordable. Okay, yeah, Yi-Wei, you can say it because of inflation plus the value also. But at the end of the day, you want your property to have value, you need the next buyer to buy from you, correct? Meaning, let's say I own a property right now and I want to sell it. The market needs to have a next buyer to buy your property for your property to have the value, right? If you say, my property worth 1 million, but nobody want to buy, then you can't actually cash out your properties. So for your property to have the value, you need someone in the market to be able to afford to buy your properties. Yeah. So you ask these questions, can I afford this property? So what do you mean by whether I can afford or not? First, we need to look at these 2 things. One is initial capital. Second is a monthly investment. To buy a property, okay, you need to get a loan, okay, for most people. You get a loan, you need to pay 10% down payment. That is the initial capital. For example, if you want to buy a property worth of 500,000, you need to pay 50,000, okay, initial capital. And on top of that, you need to pay the monthly investment, okay? So if you get a 500,000 properties and getting a 90% loan, which is 450,000, what is a monthly installment? Right now at 3% and 5 years, you'll be paying about 1,700 ringgit. So can you, okay, can you afford 1,700 ringgit? That is the question. If your next buyer can pay 1,700 a month, okay, for your property, no issue, then he can afford. Okay, so let me ask you these questions. If your net household income is 5,000 ringgit, how much are you willing to pay for rent or installment? Okay, let's put some answer here. Imagine now you and your wife combine, your household income is 5,000 ringgit. Now you want to rent a place, okay, for your family. How much rental are you willing to pay? Can you put down your answer there? 5,000 ringgit. Summer say 5,006. Ivan say 1,005. Okay, any more answers? 1,005 to 1,000, 2,000, 1,005. Okay, sort of about 30%, right? 30%, yes, you are correct. You see, I did a study for all the cities in the world. Okay, of course, Hong Kong is pretty crazy lah. We take Hong Kong out. The percentage of average salary needed to spend on average rent, okay, they did a study in all the cities around the world. You find that about 30%. You see in London, 33%, in New York, 31%, Sydney, 27%, in Reykjavik, Iceland, 35%. Okay, Dublin is 36%. So meaning, if your salary is 5,000, you normally will spend about 30% on the rental. Okay, you get this concept, 30%. So 5,000, 30% is 1,500. So most of you are pretty close. Okay, about 1,500 to 2,000. Jaden said say below 2,000. Yes, correct. So you spend below 2,000 on your rental. So when I was in UK, I'm renting a room. I spent about, I think 700 or 600 British pound per month, which is about 30% of my salary. Okay, so people are willing to spend 30% on the rental itself. Okay, so what about 10,000? If you and your husband combine, okay, your salary take-home income is 10,000 ringgit, then most likely you are willing, okay, this is human psychology, you're willing to spend about 30% on the rental, which is 3,000 ringgit. Make sense? Okay, why I need to know this? Because that will determine the price of your property. Okay, this property, which is my property in South Link, Bangsa South, I just sold this unit. You look at this, very, very funny. Okay, dear South Link owner, want to buy. I have a keen buyer looking for 1+1 room unit. Okay, if you want to let go your unit, kindly do PM me. This is a property agent from Polygon. It's a sub-sale agent. OK， 我有买家有兴趣1+1房单位，如果你单位有意要卖，可以联系我，谢谢。他讲 What's the budget? Hi, 465,000 to 470,000. So I just say, in fact, I didn't want to sell, I just want to test the market. Then I told the agent, okay, 475 lah. I showed him the photos. And you know what? At night, okay, Ken, hi Gateway, good news for you. My site buyer has done 3% transfer. Okay, able to assist to get 478,000 SPA price. I say, wow. Please let me have your full name, IC, house address. I draft out the offer for my purchaser proceed loan. Yeah. Did I sell lower? Why so fast one? I was so surprised. In the morning, they say there's a buyer. At night, I received a 3% booking fees already. So it's so fast. So in fact, I did a study. Actually, in fact, I sold the property at a lower price. That's why I could sell it so fast. You see, this is my tenancy agreement. Okay, I rented to a Chinese lady called Zhou Jiaxi. Okay, Shaoling is my name. 1,009. So 1+1 room, 465 square feet. 495 square feet rented 1,009. So I did a study. Okay, I did a study. If my property price, if I sell at 500,000 for this Shaoling unit, I get a 90% loan, which is, the bank will give a 90% loan for this unit, which is 450,000. At 35 years, 3%, the buyer installment is only 1,007, okay, which is lower than my 1,009, meaning my rental actually can cover his installment. My installment was 1,007 plus the maintenance fees. I think this one is pretty cheap. Maintenance fee is like 100 over ringgit only. So meaning the 1,009 ringgit rental can cover both the installment and also the maintenance fee. That's why even at 500,000, I think he'll buy. So I selling at 478,000. I sold at very low price. That's why the buyer actually quickly grabbed. So you see, demand and supply. If your rental can cover your installment, is a no-brainer already. Definitely you can sell at this price. So if you do a reverse calculation, okay, now is an important concept. Everyone, you pay attention. If you do a reverse calculation, then you can find out how much is the property worth. For example, if my rental is 2,000 ringgit, okay, I reverse calculate, my loan is 520,000 and my property price at 90% loan will be 577,000. So in fact, I tell you, if this property can be rented out at 2,000 ringgit, you can actually price it at 577,000. And then in the market, people will still buy. Okay, why? Because the rental can actually cover the installment. Imagine you are a tenant here, you are staying in this unit, you are paying 2,000 ringgit for the buyer, for the owner, sorry. Then if you want to stay for a long time, okay, you might as well buy it for yourself because you're not paying the rental, you're paying for yourself. Eventually you own the property. So this is why some of the buyer, okay, they will very quickly grab some of the unit that they are staying or they are renting. Okay, if the price is a good price, if the installment is actually lower, okay, or break even with a monthly installment, then you can sell this price. So if I would have waited for this unit, okay, for the rental to go out to 2,000. In fact, now some of the units are renting 2,000. I can possibly sell it at 560,000 or 550,000. No issue. Okay, of course, now I'm selling under market. So fast, one day people grab already. So this is the market response that I experienced firsthand. I was so surprised that in one day I received a 3% booking fees, 3% of 400,000, about 15,000. 15,000 I received on the same day itself. Okay, so now you can do this. Okay, now for example, you want to reverse calculate what is your potential capital gain. You can actually get a feeling of what the rental rate right now is. You can rent it out. For example, my Southling unit, I saw some of my friends actually renting at 2,002. Okay, and then you do a reverse calculation. The price can be, okay, possibly priced at 635,000. Okay, so let's say 10 years later, I'm pretty sure the rental will go up. Now everything also become more expensive. Rental also become more expensive. I'm pretty sure in 10 years later, 2006 for 1+1 unit will be a norm already. So if you reverse calculate, then you will know, okay, your property can be priced at 751,000. Do you get this concept? So if you get this concept, can you try a number 1 in the chat box below? Okay, I see a lot of ones here. So in fact, when we want to do a study of whether a property can buy or not, you go and do a research on the property rental market. You get a feeling. Sometimes you can get the feeling once you have looked at a lot of properties, how much is a rental can be rented out. Talk to different agents, okay? Don't just talk to one agent, because in rental agents, you have two kinds. One is the one who want to push up the price. Okay, because normally he owns some of the properties there as well. So he want to push up the rental. The other kind of rental agent is the one who want to rent out as fast as possible. So what they do is they will squeeze the price from the owners. They will say something like this: 2,000 cannot lah. Now the market price is only 1,500. If you rent 1,500, very fast can rent out. But in fact, the market price is 2,000. So you try to get 1,500. Of course, you'll be renting out very easily lah. But then if you do this all the time, you push down the rental market for that project itself. So normally, if your rental agent tell you this, you can show him some of the data. Because in Novel, I own quite a lot of properties, in Novel and also in Southling. I have talked to many different kind of rental agents before. Some, the very ethical one, they will say, we wait 2005 can get. And definitely, then I wait for 1 or 2 months, definitely, then I managed to get the 2,500 ringgit. Some of the agents, they say, cannot lah, Dave, you have to let go at 1,500. Now a lot of units there. Now, if you have a chance to let go, let go. Normally, this kind of agent, they want to earn your commission very fast. That's why they say these kind of things. So now you can bear in mind, okay? You can differentiate between the two types of rental agent. Okay, so you see there's a potential capital gain of 173,000 from, okay, from this to this. Okay, meaning if your rental can increase from 2,000 to 2,600 ringgit, a 600 ringgit difference, your capital can increase by 173,000. Okay. So this is the concept between the relationship between the rental yield and also the capital appreciation, which you can do a calculation for your own unit in the project that you are selling right now. Okay. So now we can study whether a property is affordable or not. So just now I say normally, okay, a family is willing to spend 30% of their household income on rental. Okay, it can be rental or it can be installment. Okay, it's the same thing. Okay, either you rent or you buy. But if it's for installment, normally you go slightly higher because you own the property. So they normally are willing to pay about 40% or 50% of their household income to own the property. So now you see these two circles. One is a yellow circle. This determines, okay, the potential price that you can get. Okay, I call it the affordable price. The right-hand side is the 30% of household income. So looking at the working adults right now in Klang Valley, what is a normal household income? Can anyone give a guess? Like husband and wife both working, what is a normal household income? 10,000? Yeah, I wouldn't say 10,000. I think we did a study the day. I get a report for the median. I mean, not median, slightly above middle income. It's about 15,000. Okay, for people who stay in PJ. People who stay in PJ, household income, both husband and wife working, income is about 15,000. So then you can see 15,000. 15,000 times 30%. 15,000 times, that is 15K times 0.3, that's 4,500. So potentially, they can buy a property with, okay, a rental of 4,500 or installment of 4,500. So how much they can buy? Okay, before going into that, let's do a study. So if you take out Excel, here, here, I can reverse calculate. So if I put 4,500 here, okay, they can most likely, they can afford a property with, which is 1.3 million. Can you see my Excel? If you can see my Excel, can you put number 1? Okay, good. Most likely, for PJ, a household income of 15,000, they will be able to afford, okay, I'm talking about affording 1.3 million worth of properties. So it makes sense, you see. A lot of people in PJ, they're actually buying property in the range of 1 million to 1.5 million. Okay, normally landed properties are. But even if they want to buy condos, they can afford up to 1.3 million. You see Feederwoods, the big unit of 1,004 square feet. is about 1.4 million. There are quite a lot of people buying, you know. I saw the 1,004 square feet types are selling very fast right now. Okay. So that's why you can see people can actually afford. Then your buyer, if they are buying for investment, if they buy for like 700,000, 800,000 properties, maybe they will ask you these questions. Hey, in the future, who will buy from me, or 1 million so expensive? Okay. Who will buy from me? Then you can show them this. In fact, don't think in terms of the net price or the absolute price of 1 million or 2 million. Think in terms of the affordability. Okay. Meaning whether you can afford that property depends on two things. Like I said just now, you can come out with the down payment and you can serve the monthly investment or the installment. If you take these two, then this property is considered affordable to that buyer. So then you ask them, in the future, do you think that the salary will increase? Yeah, I think it will increase. Okay. For example, if you are a graduate right now, you're earning like 3,000. Maybe in a few years' time, you'll be promoted to become a manager. Then your salary becomes 6,000 or 7,000. Then you can afford better properties. And this group of people will be your future buyers. Okay. In fact, if you say the salary is not increased a lot, actually it's not true, you know. I see quite a lot of my friends' salary actually increased a lot. From 3,000 to 6,000, from 6,000 to 10,000. Okay. Normally you need to change company lah. Like some of my friends, he was working at 3,008, now changed another company, become 7,000 ringgit. Then some of my friend also moved company, now salary become 13,000. So in fact, the salary is improving. So once the salary improve, they can afford more expensive properties. And this kind of people are your future buyers. So you can explain in that way. Then, okay, it really makes sense to invest into properties already. Because always remember, property is an essential. Okay, it's not like luxury goods that you can buy, you cannot, you can choose to buy or choose not to buy. But properties, you need a property, okay, to stay. Either you rent or either you buy or you stay with your parents. Nowadays, a lot of youngsters that do not want to stay with parents. And what option do they have? They need to rent or they need to buy. And as Chinese, okay, normally you need to buy a property, okay. Chinese families want their children to buy properties one. Okay, it's true all around the world. Okay, let me show you another example. This applies to commercial also. So you see this SPA is signed of 1992. Okay, between this company called Kajang Utama Berhad and this is my father. It was sold, this is a factory, okay, one and a half story factory. It was sold at 133,000 ringgit. This is not dollar sign, this is ringgit. You know, last time they don't use RM, they use this dollar sign. 133,000. And in January, okay, 2022, okay, in January, it was sold at 830,000. So from 133,000 appreciated to 800,000. Okay lah, pretty good return also lah. You know, this one, this story is like this. My dad actually want to sell this property, and then he asked the tenant, "Do you want to buy?" Okay. Then the tenant straight away, on that night itself, decide 830,000 he can buy straight away, bang in. One day only he buy. Why? Because he's renting from my dad, I think about 2,000 ringgit only. 2,000 ringgit per month. Okay, but he has been renting for 20 years already. You know, 2,000 for 20 years is how much? Let me calculate. 2,000 ringgit times 12, which is 24,000 for 20 years. He has already paid 480,000 rental. He can actually buy the unit himself, but no choice, no unit available. So if one unit come out, the tenant will definitely buy from you, even is 800 or 1,000, the installment is much higher than 2,000 ringgit, he'll still buy. Okay, why? Because he's operating there and then he can own the unit. So this is a mindset. If there's a rental demand, definitely there will be a buyer demand. Okay, you get this concept? If your property can be rented out easily, can fetch a very good rental, it can be sold very easily also. It can also be sold at a very high price. I'll not say high price, at a reasonable price. Okay? So this is a concept. Go. I'll really explain why. Because it makes commercial sense to own the unit instead of paying the rental. Same for all the residential unit also. If you have a tenant paying rental to you, actually it makes sense for him to buy also. Okay? So far, so good. All right. So if you are still there, put a number 5 in the chat box below. Thank you, thank you. You are still here. So now I want to talk a bit about the new trend in short-term rental. So on top of the normal rental, okay, you can actually boost up your rental yield by doing short-term rental also. And when you do that, if your rental yield is good, the property can be sold at a higher price. Okay, using the same concept that I delivered just now. Okay, conventional rental is 1 year tenancy agreement at a fixed rental. This is the conventional way. But right now, there's a very popular way, which is a short-term daily rental. Okay, it's not fixed rate, it's a fluctuates daily rate. So I did some study for you. This is near Empire City. This is called the Brick Sky Loft. Okay, so in AIRBNB, this 2-bedroom unit is renting at 259. I give you a tips. In AIRBNB, this price is normally not the final price. Okay, if you have stayed in AB before, you need to pay a service fee and also a cleaning fees and many fees. Then this is the price that you pay. Okay, so it's 298 ringgit per night. And this one is also near our Empire City, which is near the 1U and IKEA. It's a 2-bedroom unit. Actually, this is a studio unit with 2 beds. So this one is renting out 345 ringgit per night. This is another one in Potong Damansara in Sunway Narcis. Okay, you see this one very beautifully designed. It's renting at 275 ringgit per night. So in that area, for beautifully renovated unit, I would say about 250 ringgit. Okay, you can get per day, per night. So let's do some math. Okay, let's say 300. 300, if I can rent out 20 days, that's 6,000 ringgit. Okay, of course, you need to deduct expenses. For example, you need to clean the unit, you need to hire people to pass the keys and all this. Normally, it's about 20% of the revenue. That's about 1,200 ringgit. So your net profit is 4,800 ringgit. If you put your unit into AIRBNB and you run yourself, you'll be able to get 4,800 ringgit, okay, per night, per month, sorry. I did that before, okay, for my Mont Kiara unit, for my Southview unit in Bangsar South. That is a reasonable number that you'll be able to get. Okay, I'll show you some of the data from Expression also. And if on a lower occupancy, for example, 15 days, okay, they're about 4,500 minus 900. So your net profit about 3,600 ringgit. So if you operate the unit yourself, you'll be able to get a very good return. Now go back to the reverse calculation. If you can get 3,600 ringgit, let's say, okay, I minus off a bit, 3,000, 3,002, 3,004, 3,006. Then if you reverse calculate that property, the potential price, okay, can go up to 1 million if you can get 3,600 ringgit per month net income for that property. Okay, which makes sense because if you can get 3,600 ringgit and you own this property, in fact, you are paying nothing to own the property. Your 3,600 ringgit will be, you can pay off the installment already. So you are owning the property for free. So it really makes commercial sense to really own the property. Okay, let me show you. This is before MCO. The MCO data is sucks, okay, because nobody come and stay. But this is pre-MCO. You see this unit, this is a dual key unit in Expression. During one of the peak months in March, was able to get 9,800 ringgit. 9,800 ringgit for that one unit, dual key 2-bedroom unit. Minus all the expenses, you still get like 7,000 ringgit, which is pretty good, Okay, that's why some people also buy Expressions in the sub-sale market. Of course, some of the owners, because at that time the cashback were very high, there are certain units that was lelong also, but lelong also a lot of people buy one. Some property, even if you lelong, nobody buy, but Expression, if there's a lelong unit, normally it will be grabbed very fast because they know potentially they can get a lot of income from the property itself. Okay, so if you look at this is Mikey Global Expression daily rate. Okay, this is pre-MCO Of course, don't talk about MCO. MCO, everything also come down but now it's starting to come out already. Now after MCO, the daily rate, average daily rate is coming up. The occupancy is also coming up. Well, because now people don't really care anymore. Okay, they are brave enough to go out to mix around. So daily rate about 231 ringgit. Okay, if you do a calculation also, you are getting a very good rate. This is from my booking.com engine. Okay. All right, so far so good. So now let's talk about some of the opportunities. So this is Mozas in Empire City. Why I think this is a very good project to invest right now? Because the price is really cheap. I mean, the absolute price is really cheap. If you look at the sales chart right now, you can get unit about 319,000. Okay, if you get an 85% loan at 25 years tenure and 3.5%, 3.3% interest rate, this is a very reasonable rate that you can get right now. You're only paying 1,300 ringgit, 1,300 ringgit per month. And easily, if you do short-term rental, you can cover that back. Okay, if you rent like 200 ringgit, I mean 10 days is 2,000 ringgit already. You can rent 15 days. That's good enough to cover everything. That's why I say if you do a reverse calculation also. Okay, now the rent now your monthly investment is only 1,300. What if when you buy, you can rent out at 1,400, be it short-term rental or the long-term rental. If you can rent 1,400, the price will go up. 1,500, you can go up. So potentially, I tell you, it can go to 1,900. Why? Once Empire City is ready, the entire shopping mall is ready. Once the Damansara Central Park, the entire area is ready. That area will be very vibrant. You agree with me? It will be very vibrant. It will be more vibrant than Bangsa South. Bangsa South right now, my unit that I showed you just now, 495 square feet, is renting at 1,900. Okay, 1,900. This Empire City, once it's ready, with beautiful swimming pools, with shopping malls, with Milan streets, I think 1,700, 1,600 is highly potential. This one. Okay, even 1,900, I think is potential if you do short-term rental. Then if you do a reverse calculation, your price can actually go up to 400,000 or 456,000. Then there's a potential capital gain of 136,000. That's a lot, You're buying 300 over 1,000, you're making a 136,000 profit from this property itself. Why I'm so confident about this? Let me give you a few pointers. Okay, if you're thinking of investing in Mozas, I'm giving you a few pointers. This is something that I realized recently. Why South Link is so popular. Why South Link 495 square feet? So many people want to rent, so many people want to buy. Because the absolute price is low. Yeah, I say again, because the absolute price is low. Now in the market, it's not easy to get something good and nice for 400,000. Do you agree with me? 400,000, regardless of the size. Studio unit or one bedroom unit, 400,000 is difficult to get, and people can afford. A lot of working adults can actually pay 1,600 or 1,700 per month, no issue. If your salary is about 4,000 ringgit and above, you can afford 1,600 or 1,700 properties. That's why the market is huge. That's why Soutlink is so popular, because the absolute price is lower. Okay, so Mozas, I think really I think it's a no-brainer. Very beautiful property by Exim next to the shopping mall with 5-star facilities, only 319,000. Okay, seriously, I think if you have money, you can buy lah. And it's the monthly installment is only 1,300 ringgit. Even if you buy for own stay, worth it. Okay, if you don't want to do Airbnb, you want to buy for own stay, it's worth it, 1,300. Okay, and then you do a reverse calculation also for the short-term rental. If you can rent out 150 ringgit, I think easily by the time it's ready, 150 ringgit per day. If you can rent 20 days, that's 3,000. Minus off your expenses, you can 2,400. So you see, it's 1,900. It's 2,400. Even at 15 days, you can get 1,800, which is still around here. So I would say Mozas, when it's ready, the price will be around this range, 432,000 range. Yeah. So there will be about 100,000 potential profit if you buy this unit. Okay, so you get the concept so far. Okay. Okay, if you think you're okay, press number 5 in chat box below. Any questions so far regarding this this concept? Okay. Okay, if there's no questions, I'll go to the next topic. Okay, which is short-term rental operator. So some of the owners, they will say, "Ayah, I don't want to do short-term rental myself. I need to bring the housekeeper in. I need to pass the keys. I need to answer questions in AIRBNB. Very mafan. I don't want to do that." So of course, we have a solution for you, okay, which is Mikey Global's Rembahat. So we are a team to help you to manage your units. This is our projects that we have done before. This is Ceylon's before and after. Okay, before, after, very nice. In fact, if you go to booking.com or Agoda or Airbnb, you search for Ceylon by Mikey Global, we're the #1 in terms of rating. More than 8 star, 8 out of 10. Okay, more than 8 points for our rating. So this is before and after. We have different themes for the design. We have summer, we have autumn, we have spring, we have winter. So this before and after. Okay, and then we have Mikey, we have our own amenities. So in the future, it look very professionals. We have our own, you can look at here, you have our own shampoos, our own body wash, and we have own Mikey ducklings. This is for you to put in your bathtub. Okay, and then we engage a lot of Instagrammers to help them to do the promotion. Okay, so we are one-stop center, hassle-free management for your buyer. If they don't want to do the short-term rental themselves, you can actually pass it to Mikey. They'll do it for you. Right? No more passing keys into the lockers or the mailbox, we have professional concierge team to help you. If you have been to Ceylon's, we have a team in the concierge counter. So you can do the check-in, check-out in the counter itself. So you don't have to, like, if you book Airbnb before, you don't have to go to 7-Eleven to take the keys and all this. You can do it in the property site itself. We have our own housekeeping team. This is a MyKey team. Okay, our linen, we have the RFID linen, meaning we are a technology company. A lot of things are automated. We have MyKey Cube system. For example, your owner, if they want to check their payment, their entitlement, you can actually log into the apps to actually check. So this MyKey actually own the apps itself. We wrote it ourselves. And then we do a lot of newsletter for our owners. Okay. And we use a lot of short-term rental platform. And in fact, you can go to Airbnb and booking.com, search for MyKeys. You can get a lot of information over there. And then this is the most powerful thing that we have. We have a team of super hosts. You know, in Airbnb, if you do very well, you can become a super host. Okay. So we have an entire team of super hosts in Airbnb to host your owner unit. Okay. You see this, all this review, 200 over reviews, and then we are getting a super host. So in fact, we're giving awards to people who can become a super host. So this was an award ceremony by myself. This was done, I think, a few months ago for the MyKey award ceremony. And these people are really awesome, you know. They can talk to the guests really well, very friendly, and then that's why the guests will give 5-star review in Airbnb. And with enough 5-star review, you get the super host status in Airbnb itself. So if you have booked Airbnb before, you see some of the hosts, they have this icon one. They have this super host icon. Let me show you. If you go to Airbnb, for example, this unit, you see this one, super host. In this guy, this host, this one. This host has a super host review, super host identity verified, and 563 reviews. It gives more confidence. And in MyKey, we have like more than 10 super hosts to host one of the project, any projects in entire Malaysia. Okay, so if you see, this one is super host. This one is not super host. You see this one? There's no super host. So MyKey one are all super hosts. All right. So this is the MyKey team. And then we do a lot of social media platform as well. If you go to our Instagram, you see a lot of beautiful girls in our Instagram. These are all our staff, you know. This is our super host, Shikin. So it's Grace, the business development manager who managed MyKey. So some of you might have dealt with her before. Okay. And there are a lot of Instagrammers, a lot of beautiful girls, I would say. If you book beautiful guys, normally the rating is slightly lower one. You have to book girls. So of course, there's social inequality yet in this society. Okay. You see this one post by Nicole, 2,000 over likes for expression professional suites. And then we also work with overseas Instagrammer. Okay, this one is 19,000 likes. Okay, this Simon Sinopec also 57,000 views. Later I'll show you this video. Look at this is in Ceylon's. This is our deluxe suite. You see this one, 10,000 likes. And then these are some of the overseas influential. This is also in expression. This is our MyKey unit. This is our MyKey unit. Okay, let me show you a video. Can you hear the sound? You can hear the sound. Can you put one? Okay, good. All right. So this is one of our promotional videos that we take. Okay, for this one is for expressions. So we have also done for Ceylons. We are going to do for Scarlets and in the future Mozarts as well. So these are the things that you can actually show to your buyers to give the confidence. Okay. Okay. So what's the opportunity right now? For those who would like to have a look at Mozarts, actually the unit are getting lesser and lesser. This one is live one. I just screenshot. You look at this type, actually most are selling very fast already. Why? Because really no brainer. 300,000 discount 10%. That's like 300,000, 200,000, 280, 390,000 only. And then on top of that, well, Mikey and also Exim is kindly to give 6% GRR for 2 years. 6%, 6% guarantee return for 2 years. And then, okay, so for the first 2 years, you have a peace of mind. You get a rental, definitely. After 2 years, you can actually do your own Airbnb. You can continue to engage with Mikey, or you can just long lease it out. Like I say, once the rental reach, okay, what I propose just now, the capital will definitely go up. Why? This is common sense. Okay, if your rental can cover your installment, people will buy. As simple as that. Okay, and at that time, 2 years later, once the shopping mall is open, people will rush in to grab units already. Just like what is happening to Southlink right now. I have already witnessed, okay, the craziness of Southlink. The 300,000, 400,000 units are actually selling very, very fast. Even at secondary market, people are buying and buying and buying. Okay, so that's why there's a big opportunity for Mozart. Okay, I'm not hard selling this project. I'm just analyzing based on what I see, and using some numbers to actually gauge what is the potential capital appreciation and potential rental for this project. Right. So thank you very much for listening today. I hope you have learned something today. Now is a Q&A time. Do you have any questions for me? Any questions? Actually, who is not IQI agent here? Who is our prospect here? Can you put a number 1 in the checkbox below? All right, thank you, everyone. No more questions? Oh, I see one question. What is the fee for Mikey to manage the property? Okay, we are doing a profit sharing, meaning from the net profit, okay, the owner will take 75%. Mikey will take 25%. We don't take any fees. We do a profit sharing. Okay. So if you're not doing well, we're also not getting the money. Profit sharing. Actually, not really, Jaden, because it really depends on the price and the location. So I see some people also buy Mosas for own stay. As long as the installment is good, you can actually sell. How Exim can guarantee 6% return? Mikey is going to operate the unit, so the rental income will go to Exim. Then Exim have to pay you 6%. If it's less than 6%, Exim will top up. If it's more than 6%, Exim will make a profit. Do I answer your question, Ivan? All right. Any more questions? You can actually unmute yourself, or you can actually type in the chat box below regarding short-term rental, regarding the relationship between rental yield and also the capital appreciation. This is a framework that I recently developed because recently I sold 3 properties. Then I was thinking, well, how come so easy I can sell this property? Then I realized it's because of all these reasons. For example, Nidos is doing very well right now. So if you own Nidos unit, congratulations. Because why? The rental actually going up. The rental is going up to even like the good units, the beautifully renovated unit went up to 3,500 ringgit. So when it went up to 3,500 ringgit, the price also go up. Yeah. So make money lah. Nidos owner definitely make money. Mozart is not a own stay project. Okay, it's AIRBNB project, but still, some people will stay there because the location is very good, facilities is very nice, and then there's a shopping mall beside. So some people don't really care whether your neighbor is changing or not. Okay, of course, even if you sell in the future, you are selling for people who want to invest. Okay, there's a possibility also. But I would not deny the possibility of people buying for own stay, because right now I see some buyers also buying for own stay. Because in the future you won't be able to get like 300,000, 400,000 unit already in PJ. Just like expression, expression is a lot of AIRBNB, but still there are owners who stay there. Okay. Okay. Okay, who won the slide just now? Give a number 2 in the chat box below. Still if you want a slide. Okay, of course. Same, if you want a slide, go to my page and like my first post. I show you, wait. Let's do a self-marketing first. Let me upload the photos. Wait. Understand the relationship between rental yield and appreciation. Okay, I share my screen now. You come to my Facebook page, okay, which is Dave Chong. You go and search Dave Chong. Okay, this one, Dave Chong. This page, okay, you see this post, the new trend in short-term rental management, AIRBNB. You go and like and say something. Okay, for example, oh, thank you, I learned a lot. Whatever you want to express. Okay, can you see my screen actually? Okay, you go and like this, and then maybe you want to share, you want to comment. and like. Then I will send you the slide automatically within the Facebook page itself. Okay. Can? So I repeat again, go to Facebook, you search for Dave Chong, or I paste the link here. Okay. And then on the first post, this is the new trend in short-term rental management, AIRBNB. Understand the relationship between rental yield and capital precision. You go and like and comment. You can share also. Then you like my page. Then I'll share you the slide automatically. All right. Cool. Good.